From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Four turnovers, Charles, so this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down, dumping it off for Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The tackle there by Eli Harold.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big deep
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
A first down throw from Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Johnson. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mayfield underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On the give, this is their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal. The defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So not only does the fumble recovery not turn into 6, it doesn't even turn into 3.
And they let him off the hook right there. You have to be able to capitalize on sudden change situations. So to go 3 plays and then miss a field goal, that's a huge disappointment.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Watching that, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right, here we go. Green.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Now Austin. Able to avoid him at the 40. Oh, now he bowls him over. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. First down, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go.
Second down, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Mayfield on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
Yeah, he had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game.
Detroit!
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. That's complete to John Ross. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there, 98 yards, and the Browns have taken the early lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Black 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll look to throw here. And Eifert has it. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Over! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
After after the penalty. It's Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Hot!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Leopard! Over! Hot!
Now back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield fights off the defender. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
To throw, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 3rd down, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Muscles him off. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Leopard! Watching that, Barney!
Throwing, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the tackle there by Chris Long.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a give to Mixon. And an alley to run. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A first down throw for Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So chalk that down as an 8.
Enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Here we go. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our E. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
it off now. Johnson. Good move by Duke. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They go to Johnson again. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is... Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half?
Because tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
No, check, Patriot!
Back to throw now on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
52-44, get ready.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
5-0, 5-0. Lead.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Watch him now, Barney.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense,
so that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Over.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
and all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Let's go one more. Lead. 368.
And Dalton to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Dalton gives to Bernard. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
5-0.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
5-0. Here you go, 368.
Now Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Dalton. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll run it here with Bernard. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
368.
On 3rd and 2, Dalton. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
5-0.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Dalton. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Over here. You're good. There you go. We're good.
Here's Bernard. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
2-by-2. Move.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Dalton wants to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll drop the throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And this will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. To throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Please!
Back to throw. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Big spot, Andy Dalton. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
All right, here's Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It's do or die for Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Browns, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,